Most side hustles are just a second job in disguise because you're still trading hours for flat fees. If your income stops the moment you stop working, you don't have a business. You have a trap. It's time to stop performing isolated tasks and start building a compounding ecosystem that scales while you sleep. Why do some entrepreneurs skyrocket to millions while others struggle for years just to break even? The secret isn't working harder. It's engineering a value-based ecosystem where every asset you create amplifies the next. We're moving past the era of linear growth. Your favorite side hustle is probably designed to fail. By chasing quick wins and one-off payments, you are actually preventing yourself from ever achieving true scalability. To win today, you must shift from a node of labor to an architect of value. Learn how to transform your stagnant services into a self-sustaining network that compounds automatically, ensuring your business grows exponentially without demanding more of your time. If you are ready to stop chasing gig work and start engineering real leverage, hit that subscribe button right now. We break down the mechanics of systemic wealth and scale every single week. Drop a comment below with the word ecosystem if you are ready to build a compounding engine. Let's look at why the standard model is broken. Section 1. The Side Hustle Trap. Let's look at the harsh truth behind the mainstream side hustle obsession. Over the last decade, social media has flooded the internet with promises of easy financial freedom. You are told to open an e-commerce store, pick up freelance writing gigs, drive for a ride-sharing app, or design logos on a freelance marketplace in your spare time. But if you look at the fundamental architecture of these side hustles, they all suffer from the exact same structural flaw. They are linear, isolated nodes of labor. When you start a traditional side hustle, you aren't actually building a business. You are simply creating a second job for yourself. If you are a freelance video editor charging $100 per video, your earning potential is still completely restricted by your personal time. If you get tired, if you take a weekend off, or if your primary job demands extra hours, your side hustle revenue instantly plummets to zero. You are still trading your physical energy for a flat fee. Even worse, you are operating as a single, disconnected point in the market. Every time you want to make money, you have to find a new client, pitch a new project, and execute a new task from scratch. The momentum resets to zero the moment a project ends. This is a linear survival loop disguised as entrepreneurship. It leads directly to burnout because you are trying to solve a systemic problem, financial freedom, with isolated manual effort. Section 2. The Architecture of a Value-Based Ecosystem. So, how do elite operators avoid this trap? They don't build isolated side hustles. They design value-based ecosystems. To understand this concept, look at how modern technology infrastructure works. A company like Apple doesn't just sell you a phone as an isolated product. They build an interconnected ecosystem. The phone connects to the cloud, which syncs with the laptop, which links to the media subscription, which integrates with the App Store. Every single piece of the network makes the other pieces more valuable, more sticky, and more profitable. A value-based ecosystem applies this exact structural logic to your personal business engine. Instead of selling a one-off service or a single product, you build a web of digital assets that continuously feed, promote, and amplify one another. In this model, you stop viewing your knowledge as a tool to execute a single task. Instead, you treat your knowledge as raw intellectual property that can be packaged into multiple, compounding formats simultaneously. You create a system where a single piece of core value transforms into software, media libraries, community networks, and automated tool sets. The goal is simple. Build an architecture where your individual effort is multiplied by the network itself. Section 3. Engineering the Compounding Network Effect. Let's break down the underlying physics of how an ecosystem scales so rapidly. Traditional businesses scale linearly. If they want more revenue, they need more clients, which requires more staff, which increases overhead. Ecosystems scale exponentially because they leverage a concept known as the network effect. In an engineered ecosystem, the assets you build are designed to solve an entire sequence of problems for a user, rather than just a single symptom. Imagine a consultant who understands operational efficiency. In the old side hustle model, they trade their time to fix one spreadsheet for one client. In the ecosystem model, they build a multi-layered asset loop. They create a template that automates the spreadsheet, a video library that teaches the philosophy behind the template, and a private community where operators share data on optimization. Notice what happens here. The template drives users to the video library. The video library increases the value of the template. The private community generates real-world case studies that automatically update the core software tools. The assets are working together. The momentum doesn't reset to zero at the end of the day. Every new user who enters the network increases the value of the entire ecosystem without requiring the creator to log more hours. You have successfully shifted your role from the engine's fuel to the network's architect. Section 4. The 4 core layers of a scalable ecosystem. To transition from a struggling side hustler to an ecosystem architect, you must understand the 4 primary layers required to build a sustainable, self-contained network. The discovery asset layer. This is your public media presence, videos, articles, or newsletters. This layer works 24 hours a day to attract high-intent users by breaking down complex concepts and showing them what is possible. The intellectual property layer. This is where you transform your skills into scalable, structured products. This includes premium frameworks, code scripts, specialized digital tools, or deep-dive asset libraries that users can access instantly. The environment layer. This is the private infrastructure or community where your users interact. By bringing like-minded operators into a single digital space, the users begin to generate value for each other, drastically reducing your personal management burden. The automation layer. This is the invisible back-end script network. It handles the user onboarding, routes data between your tools, updates databases, and executes recurring payment processing without your manual intervention. When these 4 layers are linked together smoothly, your business ceases to be a list of tasks. It becomes a living organism. If you are a graphic designer, you stop chasing single client briefs. You build an engine where your public design breakdowns point to a premium asset library, which grants access to a mastermind network of media creators, all managed by automated delivery sequences. The work you do once creates a permanent foundation that yields returns indefinitely. Section 5. The ultimate. The conclusion is absolute. The era of the isolated side hustle is completely dead. If you want true financial sovereignty, you have to stop acting as a node of manual labor and start acting as an architect of systems. Stop selling your hours to the highest bidder, build your value-based ecosystem, and claim your leverage. If this breakdown completely changed how you view building a modern business, hit that like button to push this message to more creators who are stuck on the hourly treadmill. Make sure to check the description below for our tactical resources and architectural blueprints to start building your own scalable digital asset network this year. Subscribe to keep formatting your mind for true leverage, and I will see you in the next reality check. Stop working for individual transactions. Go build your network.